In the heart of a small Ghanaian village, where the air was thick with the scent of cocoa and the rhythms of life beat to the drumming of distant forests, there stood a house unlike any other. It belonged to Mr. Anane, the village headmaster, a man of great knowledge and stern demeanor. His house, perched on the edge of the village, seemed to cast a shadow over the surrounding huts and bustling market square. Mr. Anane was respected for his wisdom in matters of education and traditional medicine. He had a reputation for strict discipline, but also for his uncanny ability to heal ailments that modern medicine could not. Villagers sought his counsel for everything from fevers to matters of the spirit, believing he held a deep connection to the ancestral spirits that watched over their community. Yet, despite his respected position, whispers lingered among the villagers about strange occurrences surrounding Mr. Anane's house. Some claimed to have seen eerie lights flickering in the windows at night, while others swore they heard faint whispers carried on the wind from his direction. But these were mere rumors, dismissed by many as the exaggerated tales of idle minds. One scorching afternoon, Kwame, a bright-eyed boy with a hunger for knowledge, found himself summoned to the headmaster's house. Kwame's parents, proud of their son's academic prowess, saw it as an honor, a chance for him to receive extra tutoring from the village's most knowledgeable resident. As Kwame approached the headmaster's house, a sense of unease washed over him. The house appeared even more forbidding up close, its wooden shutters half closed as if to keep out prying eyes. With a deep breath, Kwame pushed open the gate and stepped onto the path leading to the front door. Each footfall seemed to echo louder than usual in the quiet stillness of the afternoon. Inside, the house was cool and dimly lit. Shadows danced across the walls as Kwame was ushered into a room filled with shelves lined with ancient books and curious artifacts. The air was heavy with the scent of dried herbs and something else, a faint, lingering aroma that made Kwame's nose twitch uncomfortably. Mr. Anane greeted him with a solemn nod, his usually warm eyes seeming distant and unreadable. He gestured for Kwame to take a seat at a wooden desk cluttered with parchments and ink bottles. For a moment, the headmaster said nothing, his gaze fixed on Kwame with an intensity that made the boy shift uneasily in his seat. They began the lesson with the usual subjects, mathematics, history, and traditional folklore. Kwame found it hard to concentrate, his thoughts wandering to the strange atmosphere of the room and the unsettling feeling that he was being watched. He tried to focus on his studies, but the words on the page seemed to blur before his eyes. Then, as the afternoon sun dipped lower in the sky, Mr. Anane dismissed the lesson and asked Kwame to follow him deeper into the house. They passed through corridors adorned with masks and ceremonial drums, their footsteps echoing in the silence. Kwame's heart pounded in his chest, unsure of what awaited him in the labyrinthine depths of the headmaster's domain. They finally entered a room that sent a chill down Kwame's spine. It was unlike any he had seen before, the walls adorned with intricate symbols that seemed to pulse with a faint, otherworldly glow. The air was thick with a strange energy, and Kwame could hear a faint hum that seemed to vibrate through his bones. Mr. Anane motioned for Kwame to sit in a chair placed in the center of the room. The headmaster himself took a seat opposite him, his expression unreadable in the dim light. For a long moment, neither of them spoke, the silence stretching between them like a taut string. Then, without warning, Mr. Anane began to speak in a low, melodic voice. His words were in a language Kwame did not recognize, yet they seemed to resonate in the very air around them. Kwame felt a strange sensation wash over him, a mixture of fear and curiosity, as if he was standing on the threshold of something ancient and powerful. As Mr. Anane continued to chant, Kwame's surroundings seemed to blur and shift. Shadows danced along the walls, and the symbols glowed brighter with each passing moment. Kwame felt as if he was being drawn into a world beyond his understanding, where the boundaries between reality and myth blurred into nothingness. Just as Kwame thought he could bear it no longer, Mr. Anen's voice fell silent. The room grew still, the symbols on the walls fading back into darkness. Kwame blinked, trying to shake off the lingering effects of whatever strange ritual he had just witnessed. He looked up at Mr. Anen, who regarded him with an inscrutable expression. "You have a gift," the headmaster finally said, his voice low and measured. "A gift for seeing beyond the veil of this world. But with great gifts come great responsibilities." Kwame's mind raced with questions, but before he could voice them, Mr. Anen raised a hand and touched Kwame's forehead gently. A surge of warmth spread through Kwame's body, and he felt a deep sense of peace wash over him. It was as if a door had been opened within him, revealing a path that he had not known existed. As dawn broke over the village, Kwame emerged from the headmaster's house, his mind buzzing with newfound knowledge and understanding. The villagers, who had gathered anxiously outside, looked at him with a mixture of awe and apprehension. They had sensed something extraordinary had transpired within the headmaster's walls, a passing of the torch from one generation to the next, a continuation of ancient traditions that bound their community together. From that day forward, Kwame embraced his role as the headmaster's apprentice with humility and determination. Under Mr. Anen's guidance, he delved deeper into the mysteries of their ancestral heritage, learning to harness his newfound abilities and explore the hidden realms of the spirit world. Meanwhile, Mr. Anen continued to watch over the village with a vigilant eye, his presence a reminder of the ancient wisdom that guided their daily lives. The whispers of his strange practices faded into the background as the villagers came to see him not as a figure of fear, but as a guardian who had dedicated his life to preserving their traditions and protecting their community. And so, the tale of the malevolent village headmaster became woven into the fabric of their village lore, a story passed down through generations as a testament to the power of knowledge, the mysteries of the unseen world, and the transformative journey of a young boy who dared to venture into the shadows and emerge enlightened. Please watch out for more African folk story tales. Follow, like, share, subscribe to see more African story tales. Kogasta TV. I hope you find this story interesting.